welcome. I'm just so thrilled to be joined by two amazing practitioners, Marshall Lyles and Abby Esquivel. And not only just amazing practitioners, but just such wonderful human beings. And I've just, this journey that we've started together has just been it's been such an honor to be part of this journey with you guys. And I think to just bring people in as to why we're here today is we're busy planning for our workshops that are going to be happening in Cape Town and Port Elizabeth, South Africa in April this year. And the workshops are entitled Expressive Parts, Exploring Dissociative Parts Through an Intergenerational Lens. And so while we were planning, we thought, hey, why don't we record a mini webinar just to give people a bit more insight into the different approaches we're going to be covering and exploring, and kind of like, wow, maybe they'd want to do this workshop with us. So, Marshall, I think your section is first. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you're going to be doing today?
Absolutely. And I think I speak for Abby when I say we're equally excited, Tanya, to be in partnership with you. So as we move into all the preparations and getting ready to be together in South Africa to talk about expressive parts, we understand that we're bringing together some theories and some approaches and some concepts that might be unfamiliar, not just in their individual parts, but how even come together. And with that being said, the section I'm going to be speaking on is attachment theory. It's probably going to be the most universally known, but we're going to be approaching it in a slightly different way. We're going to be talking about attachment theory through an intercommunity lens, which is the work of Bonnie Badenoch, but also going deeper into some of the aspects of what the theory is meant to do, how it brings past, present, and future together inside these individual parts of a person and their memory networks. And so my work has been in the world of Santre and poetry and clay as I do attachment work from an EMDR point of view. And we're going to be bringing some of those things together in this workshop.
Mm. Wonderful. And I mean, I think that, just this is what always happens as soon as we start speaking and us, you're mentioning attachment theory and suddenly like ideas are sparking in my head about the contextual approach that I'll be speaking about. And I'm sure Abby, the same for you. So can you tell us a little bit more about the epigenetics and how that's going to tie in?
Yeah, I'm going to be speaking on what's called epigenetics, which is really just the stories that we hold inside our cells. So just taking a different, it's like a prism, different facet of the same thing that we're all talking about. And so really just how stories are passed down intergenerationally on a cellular level. And there's profound hope in that because it's dynamic, like a living narrative that is still writing itself and can change for our descendants forward. And so we're going to be looking a little bit about all the stories we inherit and then what we hope to pass on moving
Mm,
forward, cellular lens, and using
yeah.
some art with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that speaks to my part, the contextual therapy, which in itself is an intergenerational approach. And I think what's so wonderful about that, just in the same and then maybe some different ways, looking at our past, present, and future, looking at how ways of being, delegations, injustices have been passed down, kind of why we do the things we do. And also then once we can own that and understand that, to sort of take accountability and look at how we can break those patterns going forward. So I'm really excited about it. And I think, you know, taking these three approaches and then looking at some of the key concepts we're looking at, which are dissociation and complex trauma, and just trying to understand how this all can be understood once we tie it all together.